Echoes of dignity, a stand for justice. The city hummed with the quiet rhythm of an ordinary evening. Sophie Carter stepped out of a cozy café, her latte warming her hands. Her floral dress swayed gently, her auburn hair catching the fading sunlight. She'd just spent an hour laughing with friends, her spirit light and free. But as she crossed the street, two figures in uniform approached. Officer Daniel Hayes loomed large, his gray eyes sharp and unyielding. Beside him, Officer Tom Riley shuffled, younger, his face tight with unease. "Good evening, ma'am," Daniel said, his voice flat and commanding. "We're investigating a disturbance nearby. Mind if we check your purse?" Sophie paused, her smile fading, but she kept her tone steady. "A disturbance? I've just been at the cafe with friends." Daniel's lips curled slightly, his gaze sweeping over her. "Routine check. You don't get to say no." Sophie's chest tightened, but she squared her shoulders. "I respect your work, but you need a reason to search me." Daniel snorted, stepping closer. "Reason? I've got authority." Without warning, he snatched her purse, rifling through it roughly. "You can't do that," Sophie cried, reaching for it, her voice rising. Daniel shoved her hand away, his grip firm, his smirk cold. Tom shifted, eyes darting, but stayed silent under Daniel's glare. "Stay back," Daniel barked, drawing curious stares from passers-by. "A woman in a red coat, Ellen," whispered to her husband. "This is wrong." Her husband shrugged. "She looks well off. Maybe she's hiding something." Sophie's face flushed, anger bubbling beneath her calm exterior. "Stop this. I'll report you," she snapped, pulling her purse back. Daniel laughed, a harsh sound. "Go ahead. See where it gets you." He crouched suddenly, his hand tugging at her dress hem. "No!" Sophie shouted, stumbling back, clutching the fabric. The crowd murmured, some turning away, others watching in silence. Ellen shook her head. "Disgraceful. Where's the decency?" Sophie slapped Daniel's hand away, her voice trembling with fury. "You're violating me. I'll fight this." Daniel stood, smirking. "Fight? I'm just doing my job." Tom finally spoke, his voice low. "Daniel, maybe we should stop." "Shut it," Daniel snapped, his eyes narrowing. "You'll learn." A man in a gray suit, Victor, watched from afar, muttering to his friend. "Cops like him think they're untouchable. It's sickening." Sophie straightened, her breath ragged, defiance burning in her eyes. "You'll regret this," she said, her words a quiet vow. Daniel shrugged, turning away. "Good luck, lady." Sophie walked off, the weight of humiliation pressing on her chest. The crowd's stares lingered, their whispers cutting deeper than knives. No one had helped, no one had spoken up, only watched. Her hands shook as she gripped her purse, her resolve hardening. Back at the patrol car, Daniel slid behind the wheel, chuckling. "She'll never forget me," he said, his tone dripping with pride. Tom sat beside him, guilt gnawing at his gut, his silence heavy. "Don't you think that was too much?" Tom asked, barely audible. "Too much," Daniel scoffed. "This job's about control, rookie." Tom stared out the window, the memory of Sophie's face haunting him. In her apartment, Sophie stood before her mirror, eyes red from tears. Her dress hung wrinkled, a reminder of the violation she'd endured. She dialed her friend Mia, her voice breaking as she spoke. "He humiliated me, Mia, in front of everyone. No one stopped him." Mia's voice crackled with outrage. "That's insane. You have to report it." Sophie wiped her eyes, steadying herself. "Who will believe me?" "You're not alone," Mia insisted. "I'll help you fight this." Meanwhile, Daniel patrolled another street, his stride confident, A young woman, Grace, waited at a bus stop, clutching her bag. "Evening," Daniel said. His tone clipped. "We're checking for theft." Grace blinked, startled. "I haven't done anything." "Hands up," he ordered, ignoring her protest, tugging at her jacket. Grace recoiled, her voice shaking. "Please stop." Daniel rummaged through her bag, spilling her things onto the pavement. Tom watched, his stomach churning, his fists clenching at his sides. "Say something," Daniel dared him, his glare icy. Tom stammered, "Nothing," and looked away, shame flooding him. That night, Sophie sat at her desk, a pen trembling in her hand. She wrote every detail. The words, the actions, the crowd's silence. Tears stained the paper, but her resolve grew with every line. Mia texted her a link to a legal aid group. "Call them. You're not helpless." Sophie stared at the message, a spark of hope flickering within her. The next morning, she woke with a fire in her chest, exhaustion fading. She dressed simply, her eyes sharp with purpose, her notes in hand. At the café, Mia waited, her face etched with concern. "You okay?" Mia asked, sliding a coffee across the table. "I will be," Sophie said, her voice firm. "I'm filing a complaint today." Mia grinned, fierce and proud. "You're stronger than he knows." "There are rumors about him," Mia added. "He's done this before." Sophie's jaw tightened. "Then I'm not just fighting for me." At the precinct, Sophie faced a stern receptionist, her heart pounding. "I need to file a complaint against Officer Daniel Hayes," she said. The woman's eyes flickered, then she nodded. "Wait here." Minutes later, Daniel emerged, his smirk chilling her blood. "Back again," he taunted, leaning against the desk. "Brave move." "I have rights," Sophie shot back, her voice steady despite her fear. He laughed, dismissive. "This is my turf. You'll lose." Sophie held his gaze. "Not this time. I'll keep going." Daniel sauntered off, but his confidence masked a flicker of unease. In his office, Tom sat, replaying Sophie's defiance, his guilt unbearable. A veteran officer, Paul, noticed his tension. "What's eating you?" "It's Daniel," Tom admitted. "He's out of control, and I've done nothing." Paul nodded, his voice low. "Silence makes you part of it, kid." Tom clenched his jaw, Paul's words sinking deep into his conscience. That evening, Sophie told her husband, Nathan, everything. "He threatened me at the station," she said, anger lacing her voice. Nathan's face darkened. "We'll stop him. He's not above the law." Sophie leaned into him, drawing strength. "I won't let him win." Nathan began researching, scouring online forums for similar stories. He found posts, unnamed victims, but the details screamed Daniel. "I've got leads," he told Sophie, his laptop glowing in the dark. She sat beside him, hope rising. "Others like me?" "Looks like it," Nathan said. "We'll find them." He messaged a woman, Lily, who'd posted about a cop's abuse months ago. "I'm Nathan. My wife faced the same. We're fighting back," he wrote. Lily replied cautiously, "I don't know if I can help." They met at a quiet diner, Lily's eyes wary, her hands fidgeting. It was him, tall, cold, cruel, she said, her voice barely above a whisper. "He searched me, touched me, said I'd regret resisting," she continued. Nathan listened, anger simmering. "Will you testify?" Lily hesitated, then nodded. "If it stops him, yes." Back home, Sophie hugged Nathan, tears of relief falling. "She's brave," Sophie said. "There are more of us than I thought." Nathan smiled grimly. "He's not invincible. We'll prove it." He found another victim, Anna, a nurse who'd faced Daniel's wrath. At a park bench, Anna recounted her story, her voice shaking. He tore my bag open outside my hospital, called it procedure. Nathan's pen flew across his notepad. Join us. We're stronger together. Anna agreed, her eyes fierce. I want my dignity back. At the precinct, Daniel laughed with colleagues, oblivious to the storm. Tom watched, his resolve hardening. He couldn't stay silent anymore. That night, Nathan showed Sophie a list. 3 witnesses, ready to fight. Sophie's heart swelled. This isn't just my battle now. The next day, she met with a legal aid lawyer, Rachel, her nerves electric. We've got a case, Rachel said, reviewing Sophie's notes. He's done this before. My husband found others, Lily and Anna, Sophie said, handing over their statements. Rachel's eyes lit up. This is gold. We'll nail him. Meanwhile, Tom called Rachel in secret, his voice low and urgent. I'm Officer Riley. I've seen Daniel's abuse firsthand. I'll testify. Rachel scribbled furiously. You're the key, Tom. We'll protect you. Weeks later, the courtroom buzzed. Sophie's hands clasped tight with Nathan's. Daniel sat across, his smirk faded, replaced by a flicker of doubt. Lily took the stand first, her voice trembling but clear. He violated me, said I couldn't stop him, she testified. Daniel's lawyer sneered. No proof, just your word? I'm not lying, Lily shot back, her chin lifting. Anna followed, her nurse's calm breaking as she spoke. He humiliated me in front of my patients, laughed about it. The lawyer pressed, any witnesses? My shame was witness enough, Anna replied, unyielding. Tom's testimony stunned the room, his uniform crisp, his gaze steady. I saw it all. Sophie, Lily, Anna. I was a coward until now. Daniel glared, but Tom didn't flinch, his voice ringing true. The judge listened, her face stern, as Rachel presented prior complaints. Pattern of abuse, Rachel argued. He's a predator with a badge. If you like this story, please give it a like. Subscribe to our channel. Your support keeps us sharing tales like this. We're so grateful. See you soon.